bass kicks in. I said, the place where the bass kicks in. Or something kicks in. Smooth 98.1, love music, love life. You're most welcome to the Grapevine 981 with Valentine Nohu.
And with Ayomiro C.
Grapevine 901 is part of the Smooth Breakfast Show, and during this time, we don't do it. We have our analysts. I don't know why someone is looking so serious. Why so serious, guys? James Silas.
That's James can do. This one, that.
Can I say how simple it is?
It's enough, please. Thank you. Let us focus. Good morning, Lagos. Thank you, people, very much for tuning on on the show. Thank you very much.
We also have Oris. If you're anywhere there, I know you attempted to do the focus dance and we mentioned. Okay, go ahead, do it.
I didn't even know
you have our permission.
You have our
permission. Can you see Valentine cannot even do it? Pop your head.
Yeah, Valentine is terrible.
Reading is 0.
Okay, please call my focus dance.
Without music. Well done.
Thank you very much.
E for effort.
All right, let's go now. So if you'd like to join the conversation, or perhaps you want to send us a little video of you doing the focus dance, send to our WhatsApp platform. We want to see it. We love to see it. So go on to WhatsApp 0809
0809-444-0981.
Okay. Well, live on YouTube actually, so you can go onto YouTube. Oh gosh, if you are just tuning in, you missed. You should have seen us.
But you can always backtrack.
But that's after the show.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss a second. Yes. So go on to youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos. A number of stories to get through, and we're diving straight in. No time for time wasting. First of all, we're going to be looking at Bill Cosby and what he hopes to do now he's out of prison. Also, Britney Spears' manager, who looks like a fair weather friend. And then Yomi Fabi. When you hear Yomi Fabi nowadays, you just roll your eyes first of all before you hear the rest of the story. Well, let's see how that turns out. Then Bovi and Nia Kimolayan. Valentine, I cannot wait for you to tell me, because I know Valentine and Nia are good friends. So I'm going to talk about that.
He has a backstory?
No, he should have a backstory.
Okay.
And then a housekeeper suing Chris Brown. Chris Brown, what is wrong with Chris Brown?
Nothing. They just like talking about him.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
They say there's no smoke without fire.
The guy has issues, actually.
And then, have you ever thought of the idea of proposing to a guy? Then add to that the fact that the guy wants you to propose on both your knees. Well, if you ever considered marrying Wizkid, these are the conditions. We'll be looking at those stories in a moment. So first off, Bill Cosby wants to do comedy tour again. He says docuseries in works. Bill Cosby is jumping right back into showbiz now that he's out of prison. Not shockingly, he's working on a docuseries about himself, but more surprising is the fact that he's plotting a return to stand-up comedy. Guys. I can actually say, guys, since you people have refused to bring young ladies, guys.
Who wants to start on Bill?
I mean, I'm here.
Well, stick on the bill.
Let's try.
James. Okay.
So, he has been cleared. He's out of prison.
Exactly. Out of prison is not
the level of hype around him, attention. People want to hear from him. People want to know. I mean, his state of mind right now. I mean, the guy is what, 86, 83?
83.
83, okay. So we want to hear, but I don't think he wants to just, let this slide. So he wants to actually cake from it, or, cash out from the whole attention that he will get getting, because he's still Bill Cosby. At the end of the day, the case, he was convicted, so to speak. But then again, there was a turn or a spin around the whole case, where they now sort of cleared him. I don't know if it cleared him from everything here in quotes, right? So, but it's okay, it's understandable, because he's a businessman. He's still Bill Cosby, for God's sake. And the team, if he's not even trying to do anything, his team wants to take advantage of the situation, because it's what it is. When there's clout, when there's attention around you as a businessman or as a creative that Bill Cosby is, you can just decide to use it however you want. So if you want to go on tour, I don't know about how strong he is. Is he not supposed to be blind or something?
He's 85.
No, he's 83.
83, actually.
Is he not supposed to be blind? I thought he lost his sight as well.
He just has poor sight.
So,
the
okay.
only thing in this article that it says catching his eye is potential comedy tour.
Apparently.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a very good one. Look,
Ayo has some she has some hands.
Yeah.
Look,
You know,
Oh, Lord,
for me,
what
the
don't
thing
know
is,
what you have it.
this is just a very American thing. This idea, like, okay, now that you have attention, let us try to monetize it.
Hmm.
No
But frankly,
backselling.
yeah, I mean, just to address what James had said earlier, so it's not really a clearing per se. The fact is, the man did it. What has happened is that there was a previous case. I mean, he was brought into trial previously, and part of the agreement of that case was that he would never be called into question over that
Yeah.
thing anymore. You understand? So it's like a very technical clearing that he's received. Like, okay, Oga, everybody knows you did this thing, no? But because the law says if we have agreed that we will no longer call you into question anymore, it means that even your time you spent in jail over the past few years, I mean, I think it's done a year, be 2 years, even that is illegal. So, in a very interesting way, if Cosby wanted to sue the US, he could actually sue them. So, it's a very ridiculous thing, frankly. I know, I'm mind boggled by this. But yeah, but the business part, I'm like, okay, he has attention and he wants to pretty much monetize it. But I don't think people will be willing to see Cosby in a public space, I think. What I mean, I will be surprised, but I don't think this will be a huge success. And I wonder which platform
You think?
is going
I
to
think.
be. I mean, certainly Netflix is not going to touch him.
You
That I
think
can
so?
I can certainly bet they're going to touch him. So the question is, who is going to touch this guy now? So I mean, HBO. Honestly, I mean, I don't know how
Not
that would work.
unlikely.
You are right, but the thing is this: is that because they have other creatives who they might think of as more commercially viable. If those guys say, you know what, if you put your hands in this, I'll withdraw.
That'll
They'll
be a
certainly
stretch.
touch him.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Exactly. So yeah, so let's watch and see what happens.
That's how. So
It's just news now.
Adenike says, Biko, I disagree. Bill Cosby has no business talking to us again. He wasn't cleared of the abuse, so it was technicality. So even before you mentioned about technicality, she had sent in the message, and that's why I'm a bit curious. Just like you said, Oris, that who I don't know. I think a number of people would not want to touch him. Let me use that in terms of yes, he's Bill Cosby. I think he ought to have just quietly retired. Gone,
Simple.
Just what
you
is
know?
all this docu
But like I
series
said,
and
he's an
stand-up
American.
comedy?
These guys are like, that's how they are.
No bad news is.
No,
Yeah.
this one is
Say
bad.
whether it's good or bad,
This
to be
one
fair.
is
So
bad.
This one is really, really
because
bad.
the way they are rushing it, they said they've even conducted interviews with the family, friends, and business associates.
I mean, they can certainly release a book or something on his own website, but I don't know if
What
this
I-
commercial, these big guys
Yes.
would really want to put
In
back
as
him.
much as they
I
said-
really doubt it.
In as much as the promoter has said that they've gotten confirmation from event promoters and centers that they plan to use, physical centers. They've gotten commitments
That
from
might
them
just be
that-
PR, frankly.
Of course.
Exactly, but
Might just be, yeah.
it seems so rushed, dude. You just got out of the bin, like sit down and do not even stress. But
You're
for those physical
83.
spaces, I might question the potential of people coming in. But when you talk about streaming, if they put it on a platform, for instance, like YouTube, except people
No.
report it enough for it to be pulled down, I feel like people watch more out of curiosity than just watching because of
Yeah, but I want
fans.
YouTube. Man, look, this
I'm
thing is
telling
going to be
you.
very, very difficult to pull off.
You
Very
have
difficult.
a
Very
million
difficult.
views in a day. Okay.
No, I agree,
case
but
in
I'm saying
point-
that I don't know if YouTube would want to host that. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. But a very clear case or a good example is R. Kelly's case. People watch that video out of curiosity.
No, but none of that was by R. Kelly, though. He has not released anything, so that's
what
a
I'm
different thing
saying.
entirely.
And then this is a money-making venture, so
Yeah.
he's going to profit off this.
I know
People are still-
cancel culture wasn't so huge like I 3-4 years
that
ago.
time.
At this particular moment, everybody is running scared.
If that video goes on YouTube, I think that's even easier for people to pull it down. You know why? They will report it, and it's based on YouTube also accepts the reporting thing.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
we're going to come
That's
to
a
that
strong
shortly.
policy.
Exactly, yes.
They're going to report it. I don't know how. In fact, I don't even know who came up with this idea. I'm just shocked.
Lost income. Over the past few years, it's lost income. So somebody just wants to make that
Seriously, you
fact.
know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a docu-series.
It's so reminiscent of O.J. Simpson. Because I think that's the idea they want to
But let's remember, Simpson wasn't ever actually convicted.
I was gonna say Simpson
the
was.
thing.
So there's no
So
difference.
they're riding on that wave. Trust
Simpson
me.
was acquitted.
Was
you know,
acquitted.
even though it was very controversial.
But he made TV shows
Then-
right after.
but not about himself. He didn't go. I
No,
don't-
he had a book deal that was pulled, right? He was going to release a book deal, I think, whether it's Simon & Schuster, one of these American publishing companies, but they pulled it. So yeah, I mean,
I
let's
think
see.
says this is just shameless of him. I think that's upset. It's very clear. She didn't mince words on that. Well, people didn't mince words. Speaking in support of Britney Spears last week, after the news hit the media that yes, that case had gone south, even if we were wishing it was going to go the better way, better route. Britney Spears has been making headlines recently, though, in her recent unfortunate circumstances involving her father and the conservatorship case. But her manager, which is the bigger news, her manager of over 25 years has pulled out. She sent Britney an email, and among so many things that he said, well, in the past 2.5 years, he hasn't been in touch with Britney Spears, and so far, due to the fact that conservatorship has still been retained by the court, he didn't mention that specifically, but alluded to the fact that since that case is still being upheld by the court, he doesn't see any reason why he would remain her manager. Being that there's a clause there that if the conservatorship still exists, she's prevented from hosting any shows or even making music. And Britney has indicated verbally to a few other sources that she doesn't have any interest in going back to music, apparently saying that she's about to resign. So it's really sad to say the least when you think about these things. But Horace, your thoughts on Britney, her recent drama, everything is happening, and now the manager resigning.
Well, I don't know. I think that, to my mind, this is inevitable. I think the manager should resign. That's what I think, because I think he's there. He was there mostly for the music. I don't think he was supposed to manage, I guess, her life. And since there isn't a lot of music happening these days based on the court case,
Yeah.
just like, okay, let me cuckoo wash my hand. So for me, that's fine. The issue really is about how a woman of Britney's standing, even her age, has to be under such control by the conservatorship. But at the time, to be honest, at the time in which this was instituted, it seemed to be fair to me at least. She had that huge meltdown. That was around the time when they said, let's hand over your affairs on to your dad.
Mental balance.
Exactly. So I mean, so just a shame that it has extended this long. But at the time, it seemed like a good idea. So and now this is like father and daughter thing. On the other hand, I'm like, you know what? Not them sabi.
What do you think you can see climbing the top of the highest tree? I can see it sitting down on the stool. Or is that viable again in 2021?
I mean,
Oh, well.
come on, at this age, look at how far she's gone. I feel like this thing has actually crippled the height or the level to which she would have been able to get to, even with her career and even in
I
life
don't think
generally.
so. Britney
I
was already
feel
on
so.
the was already in a decline.
But I mean, we can look at other artists, even the younger ones that that started as child actors and
Yeah, all of them are faded away now, haven't they?
yeah, no, but not yeah. Well, you can say that.
Some
Even
of
at
them are in
that,
Las
Every
Vegas.
single one.
nobody's holding
Yeah,
them ransom
you're right about
to
that. But
to age
and-
30 and so on.
and that's
So, but
fair.
in this case, as per the manager and stuff, I mean, the manager was there for the business in the first place, and the business is not going to.
No,
Why
Why
would
would
you
it be
sit
there?
there doing what? How are you going to pay for the service?
Although to be fair, it's a 25-year-old relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean it makes logical sense that I'm here to work. If there's no work, I quit. So I
As she
leave.
said,
Straight up.
if she wants him, he's still
wants-
going to be there, no
yeah.
longer in future capacity.
But I think it just speaks to the losses she has incurred as a result of this controversial conservatorship. I have my opinions on it. I think a bit contrary to popular opinion, which is let's free Spears.
Free Britney. That's the
I
campaign.
think that for the judge to make such a judgment, it must mean that there's something that we all are not privy to. Do you understand? They don't make so it's either she's not mentally stable as we
She
think.
wasn't, but I wonder if that's still the case now, though.
Well, I mean,
She hasn't. It's been
maybe
such a
she
long
hasn't
time.
proven-
She's
she
been
hasn't proven to the courts that she's able
able.
to.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Did
maybe,
you see the film from Netflix a few months ago? I Care a Lot.
Oh, no, I didn't.
I did.
Did you see it?
Oh, yes.
You remember that thing about
like the
how
way it
they
ended.
hand over?
Oh, yes. I like
But you
the
see
way
how the judges kept handing over patients to her, right? So it's that kind of a thing. They feel like you are not quite fit enough to like run your own affairs. Of course, in the film, there was a
But she was
backstory to
very
that.
manipulative.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking at that,
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Jamie
That's true.
could be
But that's
manipulative.
who knows?
But it's possible, yes.
It is possible. I'm just American fathers. I mean, I don't know. They're not like
I
Nigerian
think people
fathers.
might. Which one? What's the difference?
Please. We are better. Please, Nigerian fathers are better.
if you say so.
Don't you have two Nigerian fathers in this place, by the way?
Okay.
Yeah, we are better.
Exactly. Good. So,
Don't speak until they have children that are talented that they're like Britney Spears. And
But if
all.
you check it, it's 50-50, right? So you can't necessarily, you take more than a pinch of salt with our words with more than a pinch of
course.
salt.
Yes, of course. Let's ask your children.
when you're of age.
I'm just even trying in my head. I'm asking my daughter's
Yeah,
the way she was,
exactly. You know what she would
Ah.
answer. What would she say though?
Papa.
That says a lot.
Ibuku from Misheri says, "Hi guys, I think the success or failure of Bill Cosby's show will be based on how much opposition is received from public interest groups, sponsors, and female rights activists." True.
She's right. She's right.
Edjo, Emma Bino. That's not your name. Ugo Collins. By the way, I read that as a name, but it's Edjo. Kilonja conservatorship.
We'll answer that question after this break. Stay tuned, people. I beg someone who knows what's conservatorship. I know the details of conservatorship. But I want to understand the details. Let me
Yeah, I want to say, I mean, we are not lawyers. Broadly speaking, it just means that your affairs
Are you
are
far?
in the hands of someone else. That's the
Will boy, you said you're going to call me. No call now.
that's the broad meaning of what's happening.
And I said
Does it
that.
long-
Oh, but I said a conservatorship is legally okay. I'm glad it's defined as a court case where a judge appoints an individual organization called the conservator to care for someone who cannot care for themselves or who cannot manage their own finances.
Yeah. See this definition here. Under U.S. law, conservatorship is the appointment of the guardian or protector by a judge to manage the financial affairs or daily life of another person. Due to
But
old age,
for how long,
physical,
man?
So mental
or
limit.
mental
I said the baby is
limitations.
not okay. She has probably not
That's what they keep
fulfilled-
saying.
Yeah, but that's what they said. That's what I said at the
It's
time.
not fair
No,
now.
but even now, so for the judge to review the case,
There's
these are
supposed to
not
be
these are not
periodic,
these are not
evaluations.
these are not yes now. So it's either
No,
she
no, but
failed-
America has its own now.
Yeah,
But you
but
know
it's either she failed
Ayo,
periodic.
Who's to say that she's not Jamie and
What
the
we
judge
say
are
now?
not drinking beer?
Ayo,
on
Yeah,
one
like, it's not
spot?
Ayo.
Nigeria. No, no, no.
Jimmy and her shrink.
You people are
Thank you.
using
Exactly,
you people
right?
are
Ayo.
using, you people are using Nigeria.
You know how they say,
mindset to judge
I
us.
know,
No.
yeah, now, guys,
Yeah,
you know how they say, if they
yeah.
arrest you,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
if you drive
Yeah.
crazy or whatever,
Yeah.
they take you to psychiatric, this thing.
Yeah.
And then they're there telling people, Oga, leave me now, I'm okay. They say,
Exactly.
No, but it's not
Exactly.
America.
Exactly.
America is not
Exactly.
this way. America is not this way.
America, forget America is
I
not
don't
it.
believe
It's the
that.
same thing.
I
This
think that-
shenanigans
I don't
happen
think that
everywhere.
Britney is-
Meanwhile, can we just shift? Because there's so many stories,
Yeah,
and I want to
yeah.
get to other ones
Which one?
ahead.
Which one are you? Do you want to?
This New Year one now, I feel like that's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
great,
we'll
that's a
start
great,
after
that's a
your
great big fat story.
After your Fabi is on, do need.
Can we-
And Chris as well.
Welcome back. Not like you left though, but we're not taking that for granted. Thank you so much for being here. You're listening to the Grapevine 981. It's a part of Smooth Breakfast with Ayo,
And
Nairo, Essay.
Valentine. Oh.
Thank you. And we have James Alice
Yeah.
and Ars.
God damn it. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Hi guys.
Not okay, but okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not okay.
Yeah.
I like
So,
that.
Uncle Ugo Collins, almost called Ejo,
Yeah.
and son him, Mabino. But conservatorship, according to Ayo.
No. Oh, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. It's under U.S. law. Conservatorship is the appointment of a guardian or a protector by a judge to manage the financial affairs or daily life of another person due to old age, physical or mental limitations. So Brittany's case is very close to mental limitations. But the question we're asking during the break really is, after 3 years, I mean, haven't there been enough mental evaluations to say that Brittany has gone beyond that level she was then to becoming a better person now?
Is it 3 years?
No, it's more than.
It's way more than 3 years.
years.
Way more than 3 years.
Way more than 3 years.
Because
All right.
It's not fair
I'm sure
now.
they've done a mental evaluation. That's my take on this, and I feel like she's not mentally stable yet.
And I disagree.
All right, let's move on to something that hopefully we'll agree on, and that's, and that is what we think about Yomi Fabi. Yomi Fabi's controversial film has been removed from YouTube. Yomi Fabi's Okoyabo film has been taken off popular streaming platform YouTube. The film was published on July 4, 2021 by popular Yoruba film channel Oleku TV. This is where you blacklist uncertainty.
Of course, we are taking
Ah,
notes.
those are those are looking for money, please. They
It
don't care
came
about the
24
content.
hours, barely 24 hours after clips of the movie sparked outrage, with social media users urging people to report the video. Now, this is where the people have a voice, and thankfully so. The background story, or the story behind this, is that Yomi Fabi and Iyabo Ojo have been going back and forth with regards to the Baba Ijesha story. If you've not been reading Nigerian stories, you would not be aware that Baba Ijesha was accused of defiling another actress, Princess's ward, and he's been seen on online confessing to actually doing it and pleading for forgiveness. And so, I mean, until of course, but not about
Confessing.
Okay, well, pleading for forgiveness.
Exactly.
So you can't be pleading for something you do not do.
Ah.
But anyway, so,
Don't take that lip. Oh. Don't take that lip.
Joe, is she not one of those that were blacklisted by this director?
yes.
Yeah, but
He's
they've called them back now.
apologized,
They've
yeah.
called them
They
back.
called them
Yeah, they
Yeah,
called them
and
back. yeah.
Nkechi
Blessing,
Blessing on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yes.
But everybody has apologized. They
Yeah,
are
they've all
kumbaya now.
apologized. So the film, let me tell you why the film is a problem. It depicts characters with the real names of people involved in the ongoing sexual assault case against
Number
Baba
one.
Ijesha, including top actress Iyabo Ojo. The film follows the story of a young girl from a dysfunctional family who dreams of becoming a prostitute.
Three. You know what, James?
Thank you, Valentine, for giving me this opportunity to bear my mind. Before we came back on air, I wanted to ask, can I say some? There are some things you just wish to say. I wish we were just on YouTube where we can just say however we
They
feel.
will report you.
Because I'm very hungry right now.
You are very hungry.
I'm
Very
hungry.
hungry.
Please express,
You know,
express your
Express
But
your
then again,
hunger.
I commend the good people of Nigeria on social media.
Yes.
I also commend some of the actors that laid their voices as to how much the tastelessness of Yomi Fabi is
Great
actually.
word.
So
Great word.
when
Tastelessness.
when there's a situation that people are actually we're looking not like they're trying to condemn or trying to destroy Baba Ijesha. People are just trying to express the fact that what he has done was bad or allegedly done
bad.
is bad. And then you are on one corner, probably the only person holding it down and saying, no, he did not do anything. No, he did not do it. You are just trying to. I mean, I don't understand. And then you make yourself the antagonist so well, the villain so well that even the person that has committed that crime will be looking at you like, but Oga, is there something else? Am I going to owe you after all of these services? And then you now go as far as bringing people together, actors together, to create a movie around the story. How shameless can you ever be?
You
How
guys.
how much of